We're going to put the wraps on the video today, me and Tips. We're doing a little mushroom hunting first. I know, I see ya. If I don't pet her, she gets upset. Hey, watch it. Step on it. We found one. My partner here won't step on it. Up, come on, get up, up. Sit there, be good, behave. So, hope you guys enjoy today's video. It was a typical Monday. There was a lot of little mishaps that happened. Getting stuck. Blew the fuse on the wiring for the fuel pump for the transfer tank. Lost a pin for the grapple control lever on the skidder. Just a lot of little aggravating things today. Just, it's like I said, a typical Monday. Typical Monday, right, Tips? Oh, Tips. So, tomorrow we'll be up there bright and early to sell logs, and I've got to look at a job a little further north of there tomorrow. And after that, I'm going to start barking trees, kind of get a head start on Wednesday, because we're going to have a long drag, and we've kind of had to change plans around with how wet and soft the timber is. Yes, I know. You're such a good dog. You're such a good dog. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for following along. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on all of our social outlets, Turner Logging LLC at Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. Check out everything apparel at loggerthreads.com. You can follow everything we do with Logger Threads at Instagram and Facebook. We cross most to Facebook as well. And everything at Timber Tracker. We've had a lot of big things going on at Timber Tracker. We've had a lot of, I'm going to keep some under wrap because I've had some people reach out to me here in the last week about Timber Tracker, so we'll keep some of that stuff under wraps. But guys, enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow. I got to shake hands, don't I? Don't I? Yeah. All right, guys. It's official. I'm over spring already. It's getting to where you can't hardly see anything in here. Of course, I sound terrible because my allergies are starting to act up. Have been the last couple of days. Dad's whittling on a big bur oak up there. I'm kind of waiting to do anything, waiting to see it fall, kind of staying back out of the way. Hoping it's dry over the last few days up here, which I'm sure it has, but it's still really wet. It's pretty soft here in the timber. Not so much right, I mean just places, I guess it's soft in places. Oh, there it goes. That's a big tree. You can just tell by the way it sounds when it hits the ground, it's a big tree. But yeah, it's soft up here in places. Now the only good thing about spring coming on, all the trees and plants starting to leave out, they're pulling a lot of water out of the ground real fast. So that's the only good thing about this. But other than that, it's getting to where you can't hardly see anything in the timber. Just because this little scrub that's already leaving out makes it rough. You really got to remember what trees you cut where. That way you're not just driving around aimlessly searching for logs. We're going to try to get this job of walnut here wrapped up today. I had to look at timber yesterday. I looked at a really good job of walnut yesterday down south around Springfield. And I did that first thing yesterday morning, and I really should have come up here and worked up here yesterday afternoon. I knew I should have, and I didn't, and I'm already regretting it. Yeah, that's a big tree, big burrow. We're running short on deck area again, so I'm gonna fire up the cat real quick, and we're gonna move some of these logs around. We made an opening in the fence. Of course, it's the same property. We just kind of cut an opening in the wires where we can fold it back and kind of make a gate out of it. And we'll stage all these logs out there in that open pasture. I've got probably at least 12 to 14 more walnut to drag out and 2 big bur oak. And like I said, it's soft out there in the timber in places. We've found some soft spots. We've been lucky and haven't got stuck yet or hung up, but we've found some soft spots. So we're gonna move these around, try to start making a pile of them, because we'll sell these tomorrow, Tuesday or sale day. don't know, Dad's on his way out. He'll mark and buck, and I'll keep feeding these logs out. We might have to run to town into Harrisonville to get some fuel and something to eat, because I know we're gonna need some fuel. I thought I had fuel in my tank from when we took the bed off, but I guess I did not. So guy needs some fuel every now and then. Need a little fuel. Now we're right here at the property line, and we noticed on the north end, and we were wanting to kind of see these guys over here, this neighbor here, about cutting some of their walnut. But if you look back here, they've got some oak cut. They've been cutting them themselves. We noticed up here on the north side where we cut a few this morning that I'd like to get up there and, you know, get some footage of these stumps, because this is a classic example right here how people get hurt real bad cutting logs. Because some of the stumps up here, I mean, they are horrendous. You can tell it looks like they were cut down like an old Craftsman chainsaw. It's not a good job of cutting, and people don't realize that, you know, if you don't have experience cutting this timber, or cutting timber, or any forestry experience at all, it's not something you should really try to do on your own. Harvesting mature standing timber, it's a dangerous job. It's extremely dangerous. And not only that, unless you've got the proper equipment to get it out, i.e. the skidder or a skidder, you're not going to do anything, but you're going to tear your farm tractor up trying to drag logs out, especially logs like that, out of an area like that. It just, people don't understand that, and it all comes down to people. This is just my opinion, but we see it a lot. But people are afraid you're going to make money on them. They're afraid that you're going to bend them over backwards and, you know, take all their money. Well, guys, that's not the case at all. But at the same time, you got to understand that any professional logging company, ourselves included, or anybody else out there, it's a true professional. There's a lot of expense into logging. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of danger. Every morning, loggers like us, we get up, we come out here, and we risk our lives to harvest this timber. So yeah, I mean, we do charge money. I mean, we take a percentage, or we charge a rate to cut timber. But you got to figure, what's your life worth? What's your life worth? What's getting seriously injured or killed? What's that worth to you? Just because you think, well, you know, I'll make all this money myself. Well, by the time you drag it out, you tear stuff up, tear up a farm tractor, destroy some valuable trees, it's just, you don't make anything on it, you know. It's, you've done you've done lost what you thought you were going to make in expense and possibly severe injury or death. It's just, I don't know, man. We see it all the time, we really do, but it's just, those are some of the things you got to weigh out in your mind, some options you got to take, or consider, should I say. Well, we got a few more left. Dad's working the deck area. We're going to try to drag this bad boy here out. It's a pretty good log. We'll get this thing drug out. We got maybe 4 or 5 more to get to the deck, then those 2 bur oak. And that should be the end of it. That should be, put the wraps on these right here. So let's see if we can get them out. This is why I refuse to have a skidder without a winch. Going through here, I've been through here a couple times, trying to run in different tracks each time. Of course, I'd been picking a different route each time I come out, but I'd already run through here. Got hung up on that log, hugged this hedge too close. And once those wheels started to spin, man, she went down. Went down, dropped the log. Luckily had the winch. Hooked onto this water oak here. Winched myself backwards while pushing the log with the butt plate back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to unhook. We're going to go up here and hook the top end and try to take it out the other way. We'll probably end up winching the last 2 of these out. I've got 2 more after this one, so luckily we've about got the walnut licked, but it's an uphill battle today. Uphill battle. That's a pretty good pile of logs here. Look at this beast up here. This was the first big I think this is the first tree Dad cut today, this big bur oak. I mean, that's a hog. See if we can get in here and get a good look at it. We're going, Dad's headed up here to look at cutting this last tree on the job. But yeah, man, that's a hog there. Probably 36 inches there at the little end. It's only a 9-foot log, but man, it's a big one. About all the skid steer wouldn't hardly pick it up. I could just barely get it off the ground. It's hard to move it. We just kind of scooted it up here, I guess, from the deck area to get it rode up. Like I said, there's one tree left up here. Hopefully we can get it down bucked. We'll just take it back here with the skid steer instead of dragging the skidder up here. I don't know what that thing is, but that's pretty cool. Looks almost like a boat. Pretty neat looking thing, whatever it is. We'll look at this one here real quick, see if we can get it on the ground. I know we can get it on the ground, but it's a matter of getting it where we need it to go. That's what we're gonna look at. It's a pretty good tree. Right there she is. Pretty good tree. I hate to leave it. Sure want to try to take it with us. Or put it on the pile, should I say. Get out here and see what Dad thinks.